Hey guys, it's Jennifer with Purple for Parents Indiana, and I'm going to go over this Senate Bill 288 again, which tomorrow will come up in the Education Committee for a vote, and we hope that they pass this through to a Senate floor vote. So this is the bill that we are talking about, and it is to remove the exemption that allows schools and public libraries to provide harmful materials that have obscenity in them, which if you give a child the same materials outside of a public library or a public school, you would be arrested and charged with a felony. That is already the law, okay? And so there's really no reason for there to be an exemption within the schools when you are dealing, especially when you're dealing with minors. This bill does not affect people that are adults. If people want to, go on to college and have a class on obscenity or take theater and have plays that would be considered, obscene to minors, at that point they're no longer minors and they can make their own decisions. That is not what this is about. This is about minors, and this is about the exemption that allows public schools and public libraries to provide this material to them without consequences. So this is the bill. If you are not sure where to find your legislator, it's right here. So just go to information and find your legislator, type in your information, and you can find everybody that you need to write and get them to support this bill. Obscenity. So something we have been seeing lately is that people are confused about what we mean by obscenity, and this is not really up for debate. There's actually a definition here, hence why there is a law for breaking this law, or there's rules for breaking this law outside of the public library or public schools. So you can pull this up, and it goes through what they mean by obscenity and pornography. It's all laid out. So it's anything that would fall within this statute. Here is some testimony from Tim McRoberts, and he is the director, or I don't know if he may say the director, but someone from the Indiana Principal Association, testifying against this bill, okay?
Just the unintended consequences. I mean, could this end up extending to school plays and dramatic productions and literature that's read in English classes or government classes?
Okay. If you're a public school, K through 12, and you are performing school plays or reading literature that falls within this obscene matter definition by law that would get you a felony conviction on the street, we have issues. There are plenty of plays that children can learn from. There are plenty of books that they can read that do not fall within obscenity and pornography. Okay? All right, so I am going to show you an example of how our Indiana schools are providing this for minors. Let's take a look at Plymouth High School. And if you go to Plymouth High School's website, and probably if you go to students, yep, there it is, Media Center Resources. Now all the schools have a little different way of finding this information, but if you dig just a little, you will be able to find it. Okay, Plymouth High School. Okay, let's look for a book. This here is Destiny Discover, which is the books that are actually within the library of the school that that the children can check out. Let's search Jason Myers. He has a lot of graphic books. Let's see if they have any. Okay. So they have the one called Dead End. All right. Drew and Gina, a young couple who cannot wait to get out of Marshall, Nebraska, decide to take matters into their own hands after Gina is attacked by the son of the richest man in town and find they are in extreme danger and their love might not be able to save them. Interest, young adult. Reading level is a Lexile 620. That's low. Okay, so let's look at some of the pages. I'm not going to read these pages to you, but if you are interested in pages of this book that is provided by Plymouth High School that we have found across the state of Indiana, just pause it and you can read some of these pages. I'm just going to pull them up. Okay, so you can pause it if you want to read through this. All right, here's this is very, very graphic stuff. This would be the obscenity that we are trying to stop from being in our schools. And that Mr. McRoberts of the Principal Association is trying to keep in schools. Here's another page. You can pause it if you want to read it. You get the point here. If you handed this to a child on the streets, you would be arrested and charged with a felony. So why on earth would we allow our schools to do it? And for people that are saying, well, we're worried about the unintended consequences, the consequences that they are talking about is if they don't follow the law, if that exemption is removed, they're worried about the consequence of that. Well, if you break the law, there's consequences. That's how the world works. So if you want to protect children, then do it. Okay, let's go back. And digital resources. Again, we're still with Plymouth Community Schools. And let's see. You have to search a little bit sometimes. Okay, let's go to Inspire. You can do other ones, but Inspire is another one that we had searched, so I'm just going to do that one. Okay. Okay. It's going to pull up all kinds of articles, whatever you want, the sex toy boom. And for anybody that wants to say, well, you're looking for it. Yes, we did pull that up, but if you click on any of these, right here, this article, you can pull up through these subjects: consumer attitudes, type in the word taboo, type in embarrassment, and this article will come up. It's not just that we searched sex toys. Okay. Here, this one, the greening of sex toys, comes up if you search chemical laws or government and agencies. Here you go, the greening of sex toys. These searches are, okay, here you go. This is for your children. You know, if they're interested in helping the environment, I guess. There are, all of these people testified against SB 288 last Wednesday and said there were safety protocols in place that would stop any of this. So actually, if you just go to back to the search page and you come down and the kid's scrolling. Okay, here's some pictures. Digital Public Library of America. What picture? Okay. Oh, there you go. On a public school site, kindergarten through 12th grade. I guess that was for high school, but this database is used all over Indiana. Okay. This has to stop. And it's only going to stop if you stand with us and you make your voice heard. So we would really appreciate if you would go. If you're not sure, we will help you. But find your legislator specifically, find your state senator and message them, call them, and ask them to vote yes for SB 288 and protect these children.